Hello and welcome inside Pictou County Wellness Center inside of New Glasgow, Nova Scotia for today, Championship Sunday of the 40th annual Pictou Bantam Memorial Tournament, where we'll see the Shediac Cap-Pele Predators taking on the Chebucto Atlantics. Chebucto came in as the 5 seed after a big win over the Northside Vikings yesterday to propel them into the playoffs. They then took care of business, beating Churro and securing a spot in today's semifinals, whereas the Predators are the 2 seed. Got to skip the quarterfinals altogether, got to sleep in, got to get some more sleep last night. And they will play their first winner-go-home game here. As we're getting set here, the Zamboni coming off the ice. We're getting ready for warm-ups. If you're just tuning in, the second Bantam AA playoff game, semifinals, happening right behind me between the East Hants Penguins and the Antigonish Bulldogs. 7:33 remaining in the first period. That one, it's 0-0 in case they're wondering. The winner of that plays the winner of this as both teams come on the ice. And per usual, the Shediac fans pretty loud. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Puck Drop in just a moment. Hello and welcome back into the Valline Arena here at the Pictou County Wellness Center for today's second semifinal matchup of the Bantam AA section of this Pictou County Bantam Memorial Tournament. Your starting goalies for the 2-seed Shediac Cap-Pele Predators. It's number 1, Jacob Herbert. And in nets for Chebucto. I can't see the number, so we'll get back to that. I believe it is number 1, Cody Dempsey. As the puck's dropped, as this is underway, as this rink is loud here, as it's passed up. As Shediac will have first shot there. That goes well wide. Babineau picks it up. He tries to throw it in front. Circerelli battling for it. Goes behind the net. Shediac still with it. Circerelli, tight angle. He elects not to shoot it. Back to Circerelli. He chips it back to Babineau at the point. Babineau loses the puck. He zip fires it in. That goes wide. Back to the point. That goes off a skate. And here comes Chebucto. Chased down by Babineau. It was a great defensive play there. As Shediac's going to go the other way. Working in. As that works back to the point. Shot. Hit a couple shin pads, and that ricochets into the corner. It's picked up. That's thrown. Trying to get the Farmer there. Farmer fans on it. It's a couple bodies hit the ground. There's that red line came up and tripped them. So that's dumped in as Remdine has the puck behind his own net for Shediac. He chips it over. Landry's going to pick it up. Landry works it up to LeBlanc. LeBlanc chips it forwards. Working in. DeGrace. Back to Duguay. Munden working in for Chebucto. Munden chips it into the corner. Remdine's going to play the body there as he comes out with the puck. Back and forth thus far. Duguay can't handle that pass. The puck's chipped up. Intended for a Chebucto attacker there. It doesn't get there. Shot from the point. And that's handled and covered up there. Douglas' shot from the point. And Herbert handles that pretty easily. Puck dropped, tied up. Eventually Shediac comes out with that up to Welling. McPherson knocks it right back into the zone. Shediac's going to get it out the second time. Mallet up to LeBlanc. LeBlanc loses it as Douglas chips it right back to center ice. Puck's bouncing around. Reynolds trying to come in, help out. He gets it out of the zone. Puck moving up, chipped up. Pride can't get the puck through. Welling's pass knocked up by Reynolds. McPherson as Reynolds is there. He just dumps that right back into the zone. Pellerin for Shediac chips it back out. And that time that puck does get out. McPherson will pick it up and center on. Pride tries to get it in. LeBlanc knocks it down. Mallet. So that puck's over to Reynolds. Reynolds moves it up and over. Working in. Shot goes well wide. Picked up at the point. Dumped in Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe loses it. Babineau. Lost it there. Ramdine's going to pick it up for Shediac. He chips it off the glass. Foy keeps it in. Chasing after it and will be picked up by Sori. Surrey over to Remdine. Foy throws it in. Surrey right back out. Foy's going to have to retreat back, pick it up. And that's right into the shield pad shot. And that goes wide as that was a break there for Shediac. Babineau has it at the point. His shot handled easily by Dempsey. And he holds on to that. As what an opportunity there for Shediac. Couple good opportunities. And their support crew here cheering them on. As I will say, besides the hometown Crushers, who obviously have an advantage in the crowd department, Shediac has traveled the best out of all the visiting teams. That is not even up for discussion. That's puck dumped in. Coulter going back for it for Chebucto's. The puck moves out to a dangerous spot, and that's quickly knocked out of the zone. Remdine chips it up. Munden loses it. And Moreau is going to go the other way. He puts on the brakes. It's knocked out. Remdine tries to slap it in. Doesn't get all of it. Munden's going to pick it up at his own blue line. Leaves it for McPherson. McPherson can only just poke it into the zone. Remdine's going to pick it up. Circle back over to Circelli. Circelli up to McPherson. Knocks that down as he can't get the puck in deep. Eventually gets behind the net. Remdine moves it up. Up to DeGrace. Off his stick. DeGrace just is going to chip that in. Coulter chips up on the net. McPherson back off of Coulter's skate. Picked up by Pride alongside the walls. Albert's going to knock it in. Duguay backhand. That's just off the side of the net. That's going to be chipped around. Won't get out as Albert keeps it in. Back to Duguay. Duguay shot well wide as it gets back to the other blue line. Big block there by Chebucto as they're trying to move the other way. McPherson moves it up. That puck's knocked away by LeBlanc. DeGrace has it. DeGrace, his pass picked off as that's just dumped all the way down out of the reach of everybody. It was tipped, so there is no icing. We have 9.5 remaining in this first period as that puck's reversed back to Welling. Welling throws in front of the net. Dangerous spot, but no Chebucto player in sight. Chebucto has a puck at the blue line, dumped in behind the net, off the side of the net. And Albert just tosses it to the side. And that's chipped out and all the way down. That's going to be an icing. Yes, it is, against the Predators. So we'll have an offensive zone draw for the Atlantics in Shediac territory. Been pretty back and forth thus far. Both teams only registering one shot on net. Not exactly an offensive slugfest through 6 minutes. You like good defensive hockey, this game's for you. A lot on the line, a spot on the finals. It is so loud you can barely hear yourself think in this rink as that puck's dropped. Won by Chebucto, working down low. LeBlanc has it all. Here comes the Predators. Mallet gets the puck knocked away from him. That's going to be offside. Delayed offside, sorry. So it's going to have to wait. Shot. There's a second shot of the game for Chebucto. This puck's rimmed around. Mallet makes a stop there. He tries to get it out. Coulter just dumps it right back in. Poke, and there's a big collision there alongside the boards. Both guys get up. There's a shot from the point. That's just poked away by Hebert. Another big collision there. This time, Shediac getting the better of it as Babineau's coming off the ice. He's forced wide by Coulter. As that puck's just out of the reach of Reynolds, Remdine's going to just knock it in. Welling knocks it down, but it's going to be dumped all the way down. That's an icing against Chebucto. So we're going to move down to the other way. Hard to believe, already less than 8 minutes to go in the first period. Almost halfway through this opening frame. As it's been lots of back and forth. Don't want to jinx and knock on wood. And the puck's dropped, one back by Shediac, shot. It's blocked by Farmer. Farmer's going to pick it up. He's going to go down himself. Farmer working in, working wide. Remdine forcing him behind the net. Farmer reverses that back. Puck's in the corner. Picked up. Farmer in the slot. Shot. Big save. That's going to be held on to. as that was a great opportunity there. Farber just had to hold on for maybe a millisecond too long. Nonetheless, so that puck's dropped. One back by Chebucto. Chebucto turns around, just dumps that back in down deep. Working with it upside the boards. Out front, Sutcliffe down to Farmer by the side of the net. He retreats behind the net. He tries to center it. He gets back to Brown at the point. His slap shot, he fan on that. That's blocked. It'll be chipped past him. As Monroe tries to move it to the front of the net for Circelli. Circelli has it in the corner. Looking for some help. Lots of green jerseys around him. Sutcliffe just up and off the glass. Over the glass. Will not be a delay of game. So it's just going to be a face-off in the Chebucto zone. 6:59 remaining in this period. Puck's dropped. One forwards by the Predators. Shot goes up and over. Puck's dropped. One by Shediac. LeBlanc has it. He turns around, fires. That goes well wide. Puck coming up the boards. Passed up. Just couldn't be handled by Little. That's going to go all the way down. No ice. Shediac trying to get it out. That goes into Walsh's feet back into the corner. It eventually does get out. Douglas is just going to knock that right back in. Both teams even at 0 apiece here. As Duguay has it. Duguay stick handling through some legs. DeGrace knocks it forward. That's going to be knocked right back out. Picked up by Little. Little coming in. It's a 1-on-2 with Duguay coming in behind for a 1-on-3. He shot. That goes wide. Centering pass. Tipped. And then there was a big hit there. That's a good stick there. Knocked down Surrey's pass. Surrey's shot. That's a pad save. Second shot hits the post. He was able to get his own rebound there. The puck gets knocked out of the zone for Babineau, who just kind of shifts it in. LeBlanc fighting with it alongside the wall. That's knocked out of the zone. That's going to go all the way down to the Shediac zone. 5:38 remaining. Babineau going to pick it up, going to go behind his own net. Waiting. Go over to Welling. Welling can't hang it. Reynolds falls on the ice as there's a couple bodies on the ground there in the corner. LeBlanc chips it off the boards. Reynolds picks it up. Another body on the ground. It's looking like a yard sale. Centering pass. Shot. Big pad save. Rebound. Couple bodies flying everywhere. Bears holds on to it. Pushing and shoving. There's some sound effects going on, I think, in the... It's a little overwhelming in here. A lot of noise. If you are curious, East Hants leads Antigonish 1-0 in the beginning stages of the second period as that puck just goes wide. Ramdeen trying to get it out. It's knocked up. Reynolds knocks it back to the point. Coulter's shot does not make it through the great wall in front of the net as Bear eventually picks up the puck. So Antigonish down 1-0 to the Penguins of East Hants. Whoever wins that game plays the winner of this game. Hopefully there's a goal or two in this one as the puck's dropped. Ramdeen's going to pick it up in its corner. He's going to fire that around the boards as McPherson looks to keep it in. He does. Battle for it alongside the boards. Landry's fighting for it. McPherson picks it up though. He tries to center. That's intercepted. And that's knocked off. Coming is Shediac. Partial break. Kicks it up to himself. Shot. Scores! The Predators went hunting and they struck first. And if you can't tell, The Shediac parents are sitting right in front of me. Jean-Michel Drago burying it as he kicked it up to himself. His shot just went wide. That was a great shot. Sorry, as the score had to fix the scoreboard there. As Degway looking to try to make it two. Degway working in. His shot knocked away. Sutcliffe going to pick up the puck. He's going to try to chip it out. Farmer's going to get it out. Albert, his hit hard. That's passed up by Foy. Sutcliffe chips it up for Farmer. Farmer almost with a break of his own as Albert cleans that out of harm's way. Puck's bounced around. Sutcliffe working in. Short hide. Pass it to Farmer. His shot. Big save. Farmer's going to catch that in midair. He's going to knock that back to the point. That pass is shot. And that's going to be saved and held on to by Hebert. The Chebucto trying to answer back. Puck drop. Knocked up as LeBlanc right out of his reach. It gets out the second time. Foy and Welling battling for it. Farmer trying to poke it up. It's somewheres around the boards there. McPherson just knocks it into the zone. Ramdeen retreating back behind his own net. He's going to pick up the puck. He's going to knock it up. Nobody's able to touch that one. Coulter giving chase. He has time to pick that up. He knocks it back. Gets stolen. Shot. Gets knocked up and over. As they just announced it, Jean-Michel Drago. I apologize if my pronunciation is off. Getting the credit for that one. Great goal, breaking the deadlock here as we're into the last 3 minutes of the opening frame. Seri has it. Seri throws it off LeBlanc for Mallet. Mallet knocks it back for LeBlanc. McPherson going to go retreat back, pick it up, and Babineau's going to pick it up. Babineau, his shot tipped in front, saved by Dempsey. He holds on to it. .240 remaining. Puck dropped. One forward, Circelli throws it in front. That's knocked away. Chebucto headed the other way. Turns around, shot, big block. Goes the other side, centering pass. He's held up. Pushing and shoving ensues in front of the net. There's no calls. Chebucto faithful. Not happy with that one. Little tries to get it up to Munden. Munden can't handle it. Surrey's going to come up. He throws it up. Shediac trying to go the other way. Work it in. Shot. Saved by Dempsey. He knocks that puck out of harm's way. That puck sent all the way down. That will be an icing. So we're going to head back down to the Chebucto zone. Minute 59. Chebucto parents making some noise, trying to wake their team up. Shot. Another shot goes wide. Circelli behind the net. Douglas knocks that puck free to Reynolds. Reynolds trying to get that puck out of the zone. He just knocks it to Douglas. He knocks it up. Reynolds picks it up. He crosses center. Reynolds working in. Puck's knocked off his stick. Pellerin knocking it up. Shediac's going to come the other way. Monroe, shot from outside the zone, goes well wide. Reynolds just knocks that back up. It's dumped in. Douglas catches it. He fires it up. And that's just elected to be dumped in as Chebucto getting a change here with a minute and 10 remaining. Passed up. Reynolds just couldn't handle that one. Coulter's going to pick it up at center. He fires it back. That's intercepted. Puck's just bouncing around between the two teams right now. Both teams are tired at the end of the period. Farmer just going to dump that in again. That goes all the way around. Ramdeen, Farmer. Foot race. Ramdeen wins it, but it's kept in by Coulter. Puck behind the net. 44 seconds. Puck goes out to the point. It's kept in by Brown. Eventually comes out. Coulter gets it at center. Dumps it in. Farmer giving chase. Ramdeen's going to knock that puck up against the boards. LeBlanc misses it. Shot from the point. Tipped it. Hit the post. Farmer tipped that shot, and it went up and over and hit the post. Battle for it behind the net. In comes the second player for both teams. Shediac comes out with it. DeGrace up to LeBlanc. LeBlanc working up. Sorry, Welling. Welling shot wide, but it's caught and held on to with 6 seconds remaining in the period. And what a great opportunity was there for Chebucto. Puck's dropped, one back by Shediac. Melee shot from the point, and that is how this period will end. We've played one. The Shediac Cap-Pele Predators won. The Chebucto Atlantics nothing. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just 2 minutes with the second period. Wasn't even 2 minutes. We're back for the second period of play. If you're just joining us, it is 1-0 in favor of the Shediac Predators. They scored a nice breakaway goal there. Not to worry if you're looking for a tight hockey game. This one's as close as it gets. As it's been back and forth, both great chances, both sides. Puck's dropped. One forward by Chebucto. Battle for it. Ramdeen back there. He plays excellent defense. Battling for it. Farmer trying to knock it around. It's shot in. That goes well wide of Herbert there in the net as it's pinned up by Landry against the boards. Landry takes a tumble. Puck somewhere's underneath of him. Sutcliffe tried to get it in. And it gets past McPherson as he tried to hop on the puck. Move around. That's knocked back into the zone. Battle for it again. I believe that's Ramdeen going for it. Knocked up to Monroe. Monroe to Searcelli. Searcelli, backdoor pass. Just couldn't be handled. That was a great opportunity. Farmer's going to pick it up for Chebucto. Tries to get it past Babineau. He can't. Pass over. McPherson knocks it into the zone. Farmer didn't realize it was right behind him as he was going for a change. As Seri has the puck in his own zone. Seri's pass up. That's handled. Couple swings at it. Finally knocks off the stick. Munden has it. Munden has Little. Munden shot. Saved and held on to by Herbert. He has made 8 of those thus far. If you guys have want another score update, it's now 3-0 East Hanson, the other Bantam AA finals. So if these both scores hold up, as that shot saved by Hebert again, it would be Shediac taking on East Hanson, the top 2 seeds for the finals at 3 o'clock. Puck dropped again, one back by Chebucto, dumped in deep. Working up, back to Coulter at the point, he can't handle it. and it bounces out over the blue line. He can only just dump it back in. Surrey has it. Surrey with the puck behind his own net. He works it over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc tries to get it up to Duguay, but Munden held that in. Then a big collision. Puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Stays with Chebucto. That's dumped in right up over Surrey's head. Surrey has it behind the net, though. Working it up. Duguay to DeGrace. DeGrace with some speed. DeGrace over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc backhand save. Rebound. Sent wide. That puck sent around. Brown going for it. Brown gets it out. Munden backhands it into Shediac territory. Picked up by Pellerin, though, over to Albert. Albert just dumps it all the way down. That should be an icing against the Predators, and it is. And we're going to go back over to Shediac territory. Puck dropped. Shediac wins that forward. Welling just dumps that all the way down. That should be another ice. Nope, they wave it off. Someone must have touched it as that's thrown back to Reynolds. Reynolds avoids a hit there. Mallet has the puck. Mallet working in. Splits the D. Shot. Big save by Dempsey. He holds on to it. Stoppage in play. .12-16 in the second period. Puck drop, one back. Mallet working in. The puck's knocked off his stick. It's thrown up. No one there except the white jerseys. Pellerin just dumps that in. McPherson picks it up. He goes behind the net, reverses back. Mallet giving chase. Another reverse. He backhands it over to Reynolds. Reynolds looking for somebody. He throws it all the way up. Finds a man. Working in, it's a one-on-one, working wide, shot, stick save up and over the net. Battle for it. Reynolds going for it. He can't get there. Pride putting pressure on. Mallet has the puck. He can't get it out. He tries a couple times. Reynolds dumps it back down. Pellerin working wide, chips it up. Welling gets it out, but McPherson picks it up and just dumps it right back in behind the net. Albert has it. Albert hanging out behind his own net. He goes partner pass. Shediac's just in their own zone at the moment. LeBlanc can't handle the pass. His attempt, it can't get out. Reynolds shot from the point. That's saved easily. Second clearing attempt also does not make it out. They call that a hand pass as they try to knock it down, and it's puck dropped, one back by Chebucto, but that's out of reach of everybody. Brown dumps that in. Sutcliffe can't get there. Eventually bounces up and out. Monroe chasing after it. Cercelli trying to get it out of Brown's feet. Brown knocks it back. Landry goes all the way down, knocks it into Chebucto territory. Chebucto working with it. Trying to get something going here. There's a collision, but still makes it up to Sutcliffe. His stump attempt goes sky high, but still picked up by Chebucto. Working with it. Back to the point. Brown, shot. Makes it through. And that's handled by Hebert. Ramdim picking up the puck. He's going to break out with it. He gets out himself. Pass up to Cercelli just in front of him. That's knocked away. That's going to be picked up by Farmer. He retreats back into his own zone. He passes over to Brown. Brown dumps it up. Sutcliffe working it. He moves it across. Shot. That goes wide. Good pinch by Coulter. Keeps the puck in. The Pictou team has shown up to show their support to somebody. Sutcliffe works in. Sutcliffe pass it front. Backhand. That goes tight. Back to McPherson at the point. His shot tipped in front. That goes wide. Sutcliffe picks up the rebound. Works it over to Farmer behind the nets. Farmer to Sutcliffe. Shot! He just missed that. Coulter with the puck. Coulter works it down to Farmer. Chebucto showing some life. Farmer. Centering pass. That's knocked away by Ramdeen. And that's going to be dumped out. Coulter keeps that in, actually. And they're called a hand pass because it was. And that was a correct call by Mr. Ref. It wasn't a blatant hand pass, but he did knock it down. And was not the first to touch it on his team. So that's a hand pass. As Surrey is able to dump that out. Douglas picks it up. He moves it over to his partner. Chebucto. Unfortunate how that play ended, but they do want to keep that momentum going as that puck's knocked over in the direction of Little. Surrey and Little take a tough turn, and that shot, tight angle. Big save by Hebert. Both sets of parents making a lot of noise. And there's a lot of noise makers coming into this crowd at the moment. I did see somebody just show up with a recorder. It looks like this might be grade 6 music class all over again. Playing hot cross buns on the recorder. As the puck's in. Knocked up. McPherson has it at the point. McPherson shot. That's blocked in front by Munden as Duguay knocks it over to LeBlanc. McPherson picks it up. He backhands it into the Shediac zone. Surrey has it. Surrey loses it for a minute. Little comes in. He picks up the puck. Little. Chebucto trying to get something going. That puck's over to the point. McPherson acted as a decoy, so was able to be dumped in by Foy. There's a lot of noisemakers in this rig. A lot of horns. As McPherson dumps it in. Surrey has it. Surrey tries to chip it up to Duguay. Duguay knocks it all the way down to Chebucto territory. McPherson moves it over. I'm actually not 100% sure who these noisemakers are for, or if they're just here to make noise. As Munden works in his shot, that's blocked. It's sent towards the net. Hebert's going to cover it. Puck dropped. One by Shediac. Albert moves it over. Landry tries to get it out. Brown keeps it in. It's eventually out. Well, they say it stays in. Reynolds moves it down. Shot. That hit some shin pads. Pride couldn't get there. That's going to be knocked down. Reynolds wraps that around. As Albert's fighting for it. Coulter tries to keep it in. LeBlanc gets it out. That's knocked right back. Reynolds, LeBlanc fighting for it. Luke LeBlanc. That puck's bouncing everywhere. And that'll bounce into Chebucto's zone. Bouncing around. Up to Reynolds. Reynolds working with it. Working in. He tries to... A little fancy, a little too cute there as that's going to go the other way. Mallet gets the puck knocked off his stick. Chebucto going the other way into the Shediac zone. Tied up behind the ball, behind the net part, and Reynolds coming back to pick it up. Reynolds working in, shot! Saved by Hebert. That's a borderline penalty in the back. That's not called as refs have a better angle than I do here. Shot by the point. That's blocked as that's going to eventually come all the way down for an icing. 6:26 remaining here in the second period. It's still 1-0 Shediac. Puck drop, one backwards shot by Farmer. That's handled. Surrey going to knock that over. Sutcliffe is going to pick that up, knock it behind the net. It works its all the way to Farmer. Farmer's shot, that's blocked. It's going to be picked up by Duguay, or Mallet. Monroe working in. Monroe can't get it to go. He knocks it up. Sutcliffe. Puck bouncing. Monroe. Moreau knocks it in. Moreau still with it. Farmer intercepts his pass. Farmer's going to go the other way. Farmer loses the puck. It's going to be chipped out. Cercelli. Cercelli loses the puck, and here comes Chebucto working in. One too many moves as he finds his way into the corner. Try to get back to the point. The Coltler can't keep it in. He dumps it in, though, up and over Babineau's stick. Into the corner, Surrey. Surrey dumps it up for Moreau. Moreau can't get to it as he chipped it. It's going to go the other way. Sutcliffe tip. It's a one-on-one shot. Hits some shin pads, and that goes wide. Big hit there. Farmer's going to pick up the puck. Farmer in tight. He's going to wrap it around. He's looking for somebody. He gets it back to the point. Shot from the point. That goes wide. Coulter can't keep the puck in as that's going to go all the way down. Brown's going to go. Duguay's on his back. Brown tosses it up the wall. That's tipped up. Lots of noise being made. Munden's going to go the other way. Landry trying to force him out wide. Munden makes a move. Gets past Landry. He goes into the net. And that's saved. What a breakaway. What a save. As I think that just went wide. Puck drop. Brown picks it up. Brown shot. That's blocked. Centering pass. Munden just going to get a stick on it. It's going to go the other way. LeBlanc's going to knock it in. Ramdeen going back for it. He picks it up on his own net. Ramdeen skating with it. Makes a couple moves at his own blue line. Couple men miss. He dumps it in just past McPherson behind the Chebucto net. DeGrace and Brown fighting for it. It's going to come out. Brown's going to pick up the puck. Munden fires it over. And that's fired all the way down. That looks like it'll get on the net. It does. So there will be no icing as Landry has to pick it up in his own zone. Landry moves it over to Ramdeen. Shediac trying to get something going. It's been all Chebucto this period. Shediac still with a 1-0 lead. That's blown down offside. The puck's going to come just outside of the Atlantic zone. After 2 periods of play in the other rink, it's 3-0 East Hants. East Hants looks to be waddling their way to a finals appearance. Get it? Because they're the Penguins. It's been a long weekend. Foy has it. He moves it up. Albert knocks it down. He tries to get it out. It's dumped down. Douglas going to pick it up for Chebucto. It's worked all the way up. Albert with the big hit. Chebucto stays with the puck. Shot. That goes wide as that was a tight angle shot. Douglas has it. Shot! Oh, just wide. What a prime opportunity there. Just missed. Pass it front. That's knocked away. Foy's going to try to get it there. It's knocked away by Mallet. He knocks it up. Reynolds, it's a foot race. Reynolds dives. What a great defensive play. No ball, as that was an unreal play there by Reynolds. Saved a goal for sure. As the parents are making sure he knows how appreciated that is. That puck stopped all the way down. No icing. McPherson's going to pick it up. It is unbelievably loud in this rink. I can't hear myself think. Sorry for yelling. Sutcliffe. That's knocked off his stick. It's turned around. That's dumped in. Battle for it. Surrey's going to try to knock it up for Cercelli. He just chips it up and out of the zone. McPherson loses the puck. He's able to clear to no man's land there. Moreau working in. Shot scores! It's 2-0! Moreau doubles the lead! Just like that. It was all Chebucto looking like they were going to tie it up here. They had a couple great chances. Easton Monroe had different ideas. He has the puck again. His shot. Blocked or saved there by Dempsey. Farmer's going to work the other way. Farmer trying to get it in. Bouncing around. Chebucto. Sutcliffe works it down to Farmer. There's 2 minutes left. Just under. Brown has it. Brown moves it over. Lots of shoot the puck. So the puck bounces to Farmer. He throws it behind the net. There's going to be a penalty coming up to to Shediac. That's picked up there, so there's going to be a penalty. I believe it's going to be DeGrace. It is William DeGrace taking the penalty. Minute 37 left here in the second period. Lots of hockey left to be played. 16 minutes and 36 seconds, 37 seconds if you want to get technical. Monroe going onto the ice. These noisemakers are very loud. Puck dropped. One back by Shediac there trying to kill this off. Landry moves it over to Duguay. Duguay gets it out of the zone. McPherson retreating all the way back to his own zone. McPherson behind his net. Minute 25 in the period. McPherson leaves it there. That's picked up. They're going to go down the ice with a little bit of speed left for McPherson. McPherson working in. McPherson working wide, centering pass. Sutcliffe shot. Bouncing up and over. Loose in front. And that's going to be cleared all the way down. I thought that puck was going to go up and over the shoulder. It did not. It stayed in front. We're 1 minute left. McPherson's pass nowhere to be found. Monroe. That's DeGrace's penalty is for interference. They just announced it as that stumped all the way in. 40 seconds left. Minute 5 left on the power play. Farmer moves it over to McPherson. McPherson leaves it up for Farmer. Work it in. He can't enter the zone. Picked up. Moved cross ice to Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe. Landry knocks the puck off his stick. Landry throws it over to Ramdeen. Ramdeen tries to get it out. McPherson shot. Tipped in front. Cleared back to McPherson. McPherson's second shot. That's blocked by Landry. Back to McPherson for a third time. His shot just trickles wide. Cercelli, 8 seconds left. He dumps it down. That's how this period's going to end. We've played 2. Shediac has doubled their lead. It's 1-0. And hopefully, during this intermission, I'll quiet down a little bit. I'll be able to hear myself think. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the third and deciding period of this game. Welcome back to the Bell Line Ice at the Pictou County Wellness Center in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia for this Championship Sunday of the 40th Annual Band Memorial Tournament between the Shediac Cap-Pele Predators and the Chebucto Atlantics. If you're just joining us, it is 2-0 for Shediac, who is... We're still waiting for them to come out on the ice to get this third period underway. But the first period, nice breakaway goal, 1-0 after one. Second period was all Chebucto. Does not reflect that on the scoreboard as only Shediac was able to score one in the second, make it a 2-0. Shediac will be down a man for the first 23 seconds as an interference call lingers over for William DeGrace. So the boys must have gone lost. And here they come. As this rink has been loud so far. And I don't doubt that that's not gonna change. It's gonna be loud. I think that made sense. What I'm trying to say is it's going to be loud. Monroe goes in for the face-off for the Predators. Noas for Chebucto. Noas wins it back. Farmer's going to work in. 20 seconds remaining on this power play. It's kicked out to the blue line, kept in by McPherson. He runs into Noas. It's kicked out by Monroe. Nomas just knocks it in. Cercelli just dumps it right back out. Sutcliffe, 6 seconds left. We're going to be even here. Great kill for Shediac as DeGrace will come out of the box right behind McPherson as he's breaking in. He loses the puck. Dean dumps it all the way down. Icing against the Predators, so that's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Atlantics. As Munden comes in for the draw against Monroe. Monroe wins it back. Cercelli thrown up for him. Chebucto keeps it in. Munden working down low. His centering pass knocked away. Thrown back to the point to McPherson. It's past him. And here comes Monroe. The 2 goal scorers coming up for Shediac as that pass is knocked away. And we'll get to the point. It hasn't been cleared yet. Gets back. It's thrown up for McPherson. McPherson has some room. McPherson shot. Saved by Hebert. Thrown out of harm's way, but Munden picks it up at the point. His shot hits shin pads. Monroe will go all the way. Monroe work it in. Shoots. Big save by Dempsey. McPherson's going to pick it up. Going to go the other way. McPherson turns around. Shot. That's stopped in front. Stumped right back out. McPherson, he's been out there for the last minute and a half as he goes out to get a change after the 90-second shift. Puck's bouncing up. Goes out wide. Puck's around the blue line there somewhere. That's a big hit. Chebucto Barents won a headshot call. Not the case. DeGuay gets the puck knocked off his stick. Pride working down with it. Pride dumps it in. Babineau is going to pick it up for the Predators. It's chipped up, kept in by Coulter. Reynolds chips it back. And those noisemakers seem like they're making their way back here. DeGrace has it behind the net. It comes out in front. DeGuay picks it up, and he's going to take it out of harm's way. As those with the horns like that, as that's dumped in behind the net. It's going to be chipped up Chebucto has it against the wall. It's going to be chipped up and out, but Babineau's going to pick it up by his own blue line. He's working it around, pass back, chip back into the zone. Big hit there. Welling picks up the puck. Welling's in by himself. Welling shot. Blocker save there by Dempsey. And Coulter's going to pick it up. He's going to reverse. He's going to throw it up the wall. Sutcliffe. And Farmer just tips that, and that goes all the way down. Ramdeen giving chase. That's going to be an icing. And we're going to go back down the other way. Face off here in Chebucto zone. Pucks drop one by Shediac. Quick shot. Quick save. That took about 4 seconds off the clock. Puck drop one by Chebucto. Chebucto throws it off the wall, bouncing around. That's going to be chipped up. Pass Ramdeen into the zone. Ramdeen picks it up, though. Throws it over for Landry. It's past him. Sutcliffe had it. He lost it. It's going to be thrown up. Douglas going to chip it right back. Chip back into the zone. Past LeBlanc. It's thrown up for Farmer. It's in his feet. He works it back for Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe to Nohas. Sutcliffe in front shot. And that hits a stick as Hebert didn't know where that puck was after he got a piece of it. That's chipped past Farmer. Ramdeen going to get it all the way out. Douglas going to pick it up in his own blue line. He throws it back. It's going to be picked up. Landry turns around. His shot hit Douglas. It's chipped back into the corner. Brown throws it up. It goes all the way down into Predators territory. It's going to be picked up. It's going to be taken back down. 10:44 remaining. Coulter picks it up. It's from behind the net. Turned around, wraparound. Big save on Cercelli. Another save, and that's held on by Dempsey. There's Shediac laying on the pressure, trying to close this one out. They want to play another one. Puck won by Chebucto. There's a kazoo behind me as it's knocked over to Coulter. Back to McPherson. He's logged a lot of ice time today. That's passed up. Walsh chips it off the boards. It goes into the zone. Munden giving chase. He's going to win that foot race. He chips it back past Pellerin behind the net. He chips it again, but it's going to be picked up on Monroe. Monroe's going to throw it over. It's going to be won by McPherson. McPherson throws it just back to Walsh. Walsh up for Little. Little backhands it into Surrey's feet. Surrey with the puck behind his own net. He reverses it, throws it back. Walsh looks like he's going to get there. He does. He throws it behind the net. Surrey throws it back. Surrey and Walsh playing hot potato. That pass is meant for the point. Just out of the reach of Brown. It's going to go back to the center line. Brown throws it back for Munden. Munden trying to get it in. He can't. Monroe stopped up at the blue line. He just chips it in. Little. Puck's bouncing around. It's knocked up. DeGuay, big reverse hit on Coulter. Coulter stands his ground. He chips it up. It's taken. It's worked in. Shot. Held on by Dempsey. Pushing and shoving after the whistle. Linesmen break that up. They say, please don't do that. And the boys say, okay. Puck drop, one back. Chipped over to Reynolds. Reynolds going to chip that up. Working in. Shot, glove save, held on to. Loving that are the Shediac fans. As they find themselves 8 minutes and 41 seconds away from a finals appearance. That puck's chipped up. Gets out. But saved actually by McPherson. He throws it in, and Surrey's going to pick it up. He gets it up to LeBlanc. LeBlanc loses the puck. Reynolds lost it right away, and Melee throws it out of the zone. It does get out. It'll be thrown back into the zone. Picked up by Babineau. Babineau kept in by Schroff. Schroff knocked it off the puck. Foy just dumps it in. Surrey working in behind. He throws it off the glass. That will get out. It's Welling. Welling's working up. Welling's past to LeBlanc, just out of his reach. LeBlanc would have been off to the races. McPherson throws it up. Reynolds misses it. Landry just slaps that thing back in. Passed over to McPherson. McPherson sitting. Chebucto needs a goal right now like a fish needs water. So they're working towards the middle of the net. And that looks like it's going to be a penalty for a hook. It'll be Welling. Mitchell Welling going to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. Puck's dropped. Won by Chebucto on the power play. Back to McPherson. McPherson. He's been out forever. Allen shoot it. He does shoot it. It is saved and held on to by Herbert. Best advice in hockey. Shoot the puck. Puck drop. 1-4 by Chebucto. Working around. Searching. Throws it back to Farmer at the point. Farmer, the captain. His shot. Saved. Little early whistle, but it would not make a difference, as it was very smothered by Herbert, who's playing extremely well. Making his 22nd save of the afternoon. Afternoon on that one. Puck's dropped, one back. Farmer shot, pad saved by Herbert. Ramdeen there on the puck. Minute 35 remaining. That gets back to the point. Farmer looks to hold it in. It does stay in. Namas. Work it in. His shot. He's trying to go short side. That was a big save there by Herbert. Back to the side. Throw back to Farmer. Farmer. Back. Takes a trip. And here comes Shediac. Monroe shot. High and wide as McPherson picks it up. And it's going to be a 4-on-2 the other way. McPherson working in. McPherson leaves it. Back to Little. Back to McPherson. Inside. Shot. Big save. Puck loose. No, it's caught. As there's pushing and shoving. I don't think it is a penalty. As everything's settled down. 6:31 remaining in this game. 53 seconds. Timeout called by Chebucto. We'll be back in 20 seconds. Boys had a time to talk it over, make dinner plans, whatever you do in a timeout. We're back, 53 seconds remaining on the power play. 6:31 in the game. A lot of cowbells in this rink. Puck's dropped back. Thrown to Farmer. Farmer. Namas is having a hard time staying on his feet here in this power play. Passes over McPherson. McPherson shoots. That goes wide. That looks like it'll come out of the zone. It will. Farmer will pick it up. He throws it over. Cross ice to McPherson. McPherson working in with it. He's forced wide. He throws on the break. Spinorama knocks it into the corner. Albert there for Shediac. He knocks it to the side. Sorry about the water bottle there. Sutcliffe picks it up. Working back. Sutcliffe throws it back. Dal get out. Farmer picks it up. Farmer tosses across back to Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe working in. He passes it across. Sutcliffe to McPherson. McPherson shot. Tipped in front. That goes wide. We're back to even. Farmer shot from the point. Wide. Comes back to the side. Hebert makes the stop. It's still 2-0, 5:31. We're getting to the final stages here of this period. Puck dropped. One back. Coulter keeps it in. He holds the line. That's taken away by LeBlanc. LeBlanc working in. His shot. Very high. And that misses the net. And there's a scrum there on the long side of the board. So that's a big hit. DeGuay laying the power. The body as Munden gets his revenge. Puck's dumped in. Foy has it. Foy working in. Foy. Big hit collision there. Another big hit. Munden laying some punishment here. Foy has it. That puck's thrown to Schroff along the side. Schroff working in. He doesn't have anyone with him. He just chips it by. Escapes a hit there. Surrey picks it up. 4:41 remaining in this game. It's do or die time. Puck comes back to McPherson at the point. He works at Farmer. Slap shot. That goes wide. Puck bounces behind the net. Surrey picks it up. Surrey tries to clear it. Hits Munden's stick. Goes to the front of the net. Second clearing attempt. Just barely gets out. Picked up by McPherson. McPherson turns around. Fires it to Walsh. Walsh misses that puck. Babineau throws across ice to Mallet. Mallet just could chip it up. Picked up by Farmer. It's moved to the center of the ice. Back to the Atlantic zone. McPherson. Walsh. Walsh goes up. Schroff working in. He shoots. That goes wide. Munden picks up the rebound. He shoots. Hebert makes the save. He holds on. We're in for a treat for next minute. 3 minutes and 58 seconds. Final from the Sobeys rink here. 3-0. East Hants over Antigonish. The winner of this will play East Hants in the finals at 3 o'clock. That shot just goes wide. Sutcliffe picks it up. Sutcliffe battling in the corner for it. Sutcliffe working towards the front of the net. His backhander just goes up and over the net. Picked up, and that's tossed up and out of the zone. Farmer retreating back for it. So I imagine Chebucto is going to rely on their guys here for the next 4 minutes. That puck knocked down by LeBlanc. LeBlanc goes hard into the corner. McPherson takes him down. No call there. It's tipped up. Knocked right back into the zone. McPherson goes cross ice. Damas working in. Forced wide. Waiting for some help. He makes a move. He's in the corner. Puts on the brakes. Reverses. Throws it back to the point. Coulter trying to get it somewhere. Foy. Gets past his player. Tipped to front. Shoot. Scores. We're within one. It's 2-1. As Chebucto finally scratches on the board with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left in the third. It's Sutcliffe. Carter Sutcliffe bearing the rebound. Able to get one past Hebert as we're within one. And let's go green chance. Schroff has another one. It's a 2-on-1. Munden working in. Munden, his shot. That's deflected wide. That would have been something. 2 goals in the span of 20 seconds would have been interesting as Walsh takes the puck out of the battle. He tries to center it. That hits the back of the net. That's thrown out of the zone. Foy's going to have to retreat all the way back for it. He picks it up at his own blue line. He fires it up just outside the reach of Munden. Coulter has it. Coulter working in. Just dumps it in. Ballin for it. Cercelli. Coulter pokes it past him. Cercelli just finally throws it out. Monroe coming in. He makes a move past McPherson. McPherson recovers and picks up the puck. He turns around, fires the puck up. It's just knocked in. Monroe tries to tip it. He tips it wide. Coulter picks it up. There's 2 minutes remaining in this game. It's 2-1. Puck shipped back to Coulter. Shediac trying to keep the puck down on this end of the zone. McPherson picks it up. McPherson looking for some help. He fires across ice. Walsh picks it up. Some fresh legs coming on here for both teams. That's chipped out. McPherson's going to keep the blue line. He throws it down low. Back out to Farmer, the captain. That puck's knocked off his stick. He'll have to retreat back and out of the zone to pick it up. Over to McPherson. McPherson works it over to Sutcliffe. That puck's knocked down. Sutcliffe playing defense on DeGuay. DeGuay throws it out in front. That's tipped wide. Farmer chips it up over everybody. Worked it front. And that's going to be held on by Hebert. 1 minute and 9 seconds to go. Final countdown playing, as that's only fitting. 1 minute and 9. And this is going to be called the timeout for Shediac. We'll be back in another 30 seconds. There's 69 seconds remaining in this game to decide who gets to play East Hants in about 2.5 hours for the banner. Or will there be free hockey here today? Munden drops the puck. Wins the draw. Back to Farmer, over to McPherson, back to Farmer. He can only just dump it inside. Sutcliffe, the goal scorer, throws it back to Farmer. Farmer fans on that pass. DeGuay has a break. Farmer, DeGuay misses the empty net. Battle for it. Little work it in. Little throws it wide. Sutcliffe going for it. McPherson's going to keep it in. McPherson, he can chip it in down deep. Little tries to throw it back. No Haas, McPherson. McPherson shot, doesn't get through. Sutcliffe shot, big block there by Landry. 24 seconds left, it's pinned up against the boards. Fighting for it. The ref yelling, move it. Puck comes out, centering pass, it's out in front. It's still out in front, it's loose. Hit it after it, still loose. 9 seconds remaining. Shove it in front there, and it's knocked out, and that's going to do it. Shediac is going to go to the finals. What a game. What an ending. As the Shediac faithful cheering on their team. Hats off to both teams. This might have been the game of the tournament. Jubilation on one side, heartbreak on the other, as Chebucto's great weekend comes to a close here and the semifinals. So the finals are set. Coming up very shortly, the U15AA finals between the Pictou County Crushers and the Cole Harbour Red Wings. And then the finals for the U15AA. It will be the East Hants Penguins versus the Shediac Cap-Pele Predators. What a game. Nothing to hang your head at if you're either team. We'll be right back with the player of the game. Carter Sutcliffe taking the home player of the game honors for Chebucto, bearing that goal with 3 minutes and 4 seconds left, I believe. Great game by him, great tournament by him. He seemed to be everywhere. Felix Landry getting player of the game honors. There's going to be some all-star presentations as well, so I'll stay with you for those ones.
Congratulations once again to Felix and Carter. And now, folks, we are about to announce our Tournament All-Stars, being presented by Tournament Co-Chair Shediac. Your forward All-Star from the Chebucto Atlantics,
Jackson Farmer getting an all-star here. Great weekend for him.
Also a Tournament All-Star for the Shediac Predators, Noah Sorelli.
Noah Sorelli. Sorelli. Great weekend for him too. His is not over.
Congratulations once again.
And those are the All-Stars. Thank you for joining us this morning into this afternoon for the semifinal. Hopefully you join us for our